Donald Trump's deportation drive hit a new milestone today. The US president sent a military jet to India carrying over 100 undocumented immigrants from India. This is the furthest a US military deportation flight has ever gone. The US has deported Indians before. More than 1,000 of them were sent home last year, but they were sent back via charter or commercial flights. It was far more subtle. Trump doesn't care about subtlety, though. He seems to want to make a show of it, a show of his mass deportation drive in action, and that is probably why he prefers deportations via military aircraft. A C-17 Globemaster III landed in India today at the international airport in Amritsar in the state of Punjab. Reports say it brought back 104 undocumented immigrants. Let's look at the breakup. There were 25 women and 79 men. Out of the 104 migrants, 12 were minors, 33 were from the state of Gujarat, 33 from Haryana, 30 from Punjab, 2 from the Union Territory of Chandigarh, 2 from Uttar Pradesh, and 3 from Maharashtra. One person's place of origin is still unknown. All these people landed in Amritsar earlier today. Reports say they were greeted in a friendly manner. A team of doctors was said to be on standby. Arrangements were made for food. One official who greeted them hinted that they may not have been fed well. It looked like they hadn't seen hot food in ages, which probably should be expected. These were undocumented immigrants, after all, people who tried to enter the US illegally or who overstayed their welcome after their visas expired. So it makes sense that the US would not feed them well. The Punjab government did some due diligence, checked if any of them had a criminal history. Those found to be harmless will be sent home back to their respective states, apparently in mini buses. But before that, they will be questioned. All said and done, these Indians were in the US illegally, or at least trying to get in. How did they do that? Who helped them enter? Were human traffickers involved? All these questions are questions that Indian authorities want answered. Once the officials extract all the information they can, the migrants will be sent home. The Punjab police say there won't be any detentions. The migrants will be sent home, quote unquote, respectfully. Now, this is similar to other deportation stories from other parts of the world. Last week, in fact, we told you about Guatemala. The US sent multiple deportation flights to the Central American nation. Again, military planes. Guatemala's vice president greeted the first batch of migrants in person, welcoming them back home. It seems that India is doing the same thing, warmly receiving the immigrants and not creating much of a fuss. After all, this might all blow over soon. As I mentioned, India has always taken back undocumented immigrants. India took back more than 1,000 last year, so this is nothing new. Today's flight carried 104 people. There's a lot more to go. India has agreed to take back at least 18,000 migrants from the United States. So today was just the beginning. But will the next batches also come via military jets? The military deportation flights are good optics for Trump, but how long will that last? They aren't free, you know. Reports say they're more expensive than the usual commercial deportation flights, by far. So chances are that Trump will stop using them soon enough, once the novelty wears off. Then it will probably go back to chartered and commercial deportation flights, and India will return to taking back its citizens quietly. We're calling the show Vantage. We hope you like what we put together for you. Touted as the minimum defense from that video. India's neighbors were the first to send this special edition of Vantage live from the White House throughout this week. Hindu Mandir in